Good morning. It is Monday, October 30th. It is cold but sunny, so hopefully this is going to work. So after doing some research and visiting with a couple of county building inspectors, we have came upon the idea, hopefully it doesn't bite us in the derriere, we're going to spray foam it. So we're going to spray foam our gravel, and then on top of that we're going to put the rebar and the radiant floor heating tubing. According to our building inspectors, this will help us in a couple of ways. One, it eliminates the need for the vapor barrier, the plastic, and it will conform to all of the little dips and the high spots in our gravel. We compacted it. It looks really good, but regardless, you always have little imperfections. We'll be able to fill up all of those gaps, all of those holes. About 2 hours south of here is an area called McCall, where the winters are rigid. They get feet and feet of snow. That is all they do down there. That's all they do is the spray foam insulation underneath the concrete slab instead of the hard foam board. So we're hoping that this works out okay. Our concrete guy is good with it. In fact, he was the one who said, yeah, let's go for it. It's a little bit more expensive. It's going to be a little bit more expensive than buying the foam boards, but cross our fingers. We don't live to regret it. If you've been following along on a regular basis, you noticed that there wasn't a video last week. Dylan and I went to Washington, D.C. Took a little family mother-son trip. This year I kind of, all the boys, of course, are grown up. So this year I kind of tried to start the tradition of just me and one boy, one son, going on a little vacation. They always need their dad. They always have that time to visit with their dad and need his help. And as a boy mom, your role changes as they become adults. So hopefully I can keep the tradition going. And it was a lot of fun, but I didn't do any videotaping. So Palouse Foam Insulators is going to be taking care of this for us today. So hopefully everything works out okay. The biggest fear is that it has frosted in the last couple of days. And so our gravel, the top layer of the gravel, just the very top, does have that moisture on it from the frost. So we're hoping that that isn't going to be a big issue. We'll find out. The sun is shining. It is supposed to be a very nice day. So hopefully with the sunshine, it will dry up the concrete and it won't be a huge issue.
Yeah, we got enough to spray about 3 sets before refilling. A set is 1A, 1B. And should be able to do probably the whole foundation here, hopefully with one set.
So is this an all-electric pump system?
No, it's all air. Actually,
It's all an air system?
It's all driven by
Air compressor?
Yeah, this is a air reactor. So
okay.
It's all air powered.
Okay.
So the foam we're spraying here is coming out at 1200 to 1500 psi.
Okay. So does it heat the foam as it comes through there?
Yep. So
okay.
It's got 2 heating elements in here, and then the hose is wrapped in basically heat tape.
Okay. And that's what you had
at our temperature, and this measures the temperature at the gun.
Gotcha.
too. After an hour or so, the VOCs will disperse, but out here, it's not even a concern. It's so well ventilated. Part of the trouble of spraying in a big open space like this is wind, and it's hard to protect the surface, so it's good to spray in.
Yeah, we were kind of we were kind of messing up that, but and the wind did pick up this afternoon. I was a little bit worried about that. It's blowing pretty good right now. Yesterday you were sharing something about the temperatures. Do you want to share about that a little bit more? The heat, the 150 degrees coming off of the foam when you put it inside the walls.
Right. So the foam, when the two chemicals come together, they react. They cook basically at about 150 degrees. So if it's here in a contained space, it builds a lot of heat, which is why you don't want to overspray because then it can spontaneously combust.
And yesterday you ran into a little bit of issue. You started, everything was working really, really good with the foam that was inside, already in the hose, correct?
Yeah.
And then you had to switched to a different type and that wasn't as good. So
Yeah.
maybe share a little bit more about that. So anybody that wants to do this, they might be able to, whoever they're using, they can say specifically, well, this type is what we need.
Yeah. Switch to a foam that we use in buildings, and it's great because it does 3.5-inch lifts. But for an application like this, where the lifts are very small, it doesn't really get a chance to build and for you to chase kind of the wave. That's how we kind of spray it. We're kind of chasing the wave as it builds. That particular foam, that wasn't the right product. It didn't get a chance to build, so it was very difficult to get it to start to react at all. So we switched to the ag foam, which reacts a lot quicker, cooks a lot hotter or faster, but is a smaller lift, which is perfect for this application.
Perfect. And we ended up, a 1-day job ended up turning into a 2-day job. Ben had to run all the way to Moscow, which is an hour away. So a 2-hour round trip. But they got it done. So we're excited about it. And hopefully we'll be reporting on how all this turns out. So came down to check the camera. We're just gonna, if we didn't catch anything, we're just gonna leave it down here, so, for another couple of days.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see.
Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.